Hi everyone, it's Michelle here from Older Women Rock. How you getting on? I don't know about you guys, but the truth is, sometimes lately, in the last few weeks in particular, I've had a few meltdowns. I've had a few freakouts. I've had some pretty down times and a few depressing times as well. I was doing pretty good for the first couple of weeks, but things got a little bit overwhelming. I think with the news, and things were really extremely severe across the world for quite a few weeks there. It was very dark, it was very bleak, and just the restriction of my life, it just hit home. It really did hit home after a while, and on top of that, I haven't been terribly well myself, so it all kind of snowballed a little bit, and I was going up and down. But I've got to admit, there's sometimes I kind of freaked out a bit and really wasn't doing so great. Okay, but I'm here today, so I did my usual, got up, dressed up and showed up. So please share with me emotionally how you've really been doing it. I know that most of us at times are trying to be positive, and we're trying to make the best of it, and we're trying to see some light at the end of the tunnel. I know that, but look, it's hard not to get overwhelmed right now. Seriously, it's very hard not to. The restrictions, it's every day. I even get resentful and angry about, I'm nervous to eat a piece of fruit or take something out of a package, and just putting gloves on for everything. It's not the way we're used to living. You're afraid to touch things. I mean, that's a first, and that's not easy to get used to. And sometimes I feel a bit resentful that this is all happening. It is happening, and we're all in it together. I get that. I'm not alone with that. But how are you coping? Really, how are you coping? I know you're making the best of it most of the times, and I know you're all staying safe. We know how to do that now, and thank goodness we're all doing that. Thank goodness, because the good news is the curve is flattening. It definitely is flattening in my country, and I think it is in most countries in the world. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. We've all been waiting for this, but this is really just another beginning. It's great, and let's all just keep doing what we're doing. It's working. It's definitely working. We've got to keep doing what we're doing. But what next? I think all of us are saying, what next? Well, day by day, I guess. This is when we go back to day by day and just keep doing what you're doing. So first of all, do you like my dress? I love this dress. I bought it from ASOS online. ASOS, I think I've mentioned this before, is one of my, to watch my dog here. She loves being in the videos, Brandy. One of my favorite online sites is ASOS, fashion sites. Hey, listen, the sales at the moment, wow. For a shopaholic, it's dangerous. These are dangerous times for a shopaholic. And, we all tend to sort of steer toward our vices when we're feeling a bit stressed, or we're trying to find some comfort in life, and food can be one of them. Yeah, I'm guilty of that too. And shopping's another one, because there's so many great online sales. But love the dress. Love, love, love the dress. I like the asymmetrical hemline. Today's not so much about a fashion video, although I love the dress. And hang around, wait till the end of this video. I've got a little surprise for you. Something I thought I would never do, but I guess never say never. I'm actually wearing some one piece. Yeah, not bikinis, some one piece. So hang around to watch me in some one piece. The reason I've done that isn't because I've got out and bought some new swimwear that I want to show you. In fact, we're in autumn now, so this probably wouldn't be the time I'd be buying new swimwear. The purpose of this video is about, let's get real. For mature ladies, women are over 50, but particularly women over 60 and onwards, let's get real. let's get real, because I have been watching a lot of videos, thinking a great deal about aging, seeing Instagram, Pinterest, you name it, TV, you name it. And I just think it's time we got real. So I'm stepping up. I'm stepping up to get real today. I am 63. So at 63, I have wrinkles. I think just about all women at 63 or 60 and over or 55 and over have wrinkles. They're part of aging. Gravity has set in. Gravity has set in, and yes, I'm bagging and sagging, as Dolly Parton always said. Gravity always does that. We can't hold back time. Cher gave it a great try, and with the best cosmetic surgeons, she did a good job actually. She did a really good job. For those of us that have not had cosmetic surgery, and I am not opposed to it at all, not at all actually, I would have it. The reason I don't have it is because, well, yeah, I'm a chicken. I really am a chicken, but I take surgery quite seriously. I don't have the best of health, so you're going under a general anesthetic. There's post-operative infection that can happen. And also, I've watched that TV show Botched. Yeah, when things go wrong, wow. So there's a lot of reasons, and I feel like I've got this far, so hey, it'd be pretty traumatic on the body, and the whole idea of cutting and stitching, no, not for me. I'm going to tell you some of my body flaws, and I hope that this makes you realize that we all have them. We all have them. We're aging. It's a normal process. So I have very imperfect skin because I did quite a lot of sunbaking when I was young. I have a lot of skin pigmentation. I've tried this, that and the other over the years. Yeah, retin-A. I always feel like YouTube must be sponsored by Retin-A or something. Yeah, it's great. Long term, it works really great, and I have started using it again. Not in the summer, can't do it in the summer. You know what I would do these days? If it was 15 years ago or even 10 years ago or less, something I really regret not doing, and I was going to look into it until all this happened, this global world horrid event happened, was a chemical peel. And I'm not talking about the type you get at the beauticians. I'm talking about the type you get in a doctor's surgery by a top doctor who understands how to do a really good chemical peel. They work. They work fantastic if you have the right doctor. They work for pigmentation. They also work fantastic for wrinkles, and even some deep wrinkles. A chemical peel is akin to laser. Lasers are brilliant. I don't know if you've ever been on that website, Real Self. Real Self is fantastic actually for information, and you see the before and afters. Some of those lasers for removing pigmentation and wrinkles, the results are just remarkable. I think CO2 is kind of the Rolls Royce of those lasers, but it's brutal. It means a general anesthetic. I wouldn't go that far myself. And then they have Erbium laser, which is pretty harsh too. There's a lot of downtime. But you know what? Oh, there's Fraxel. I have tried Fraxel in its early days. I had 2 treatments, didn't work for me. Early days Fraxel didn't work for me. It has worked well for some people, and it's probably improved. It's brutal. It's a lot of downtime as well. So really, other than all the creams, none of those are going to make you look younger. None of those are going to take away your wrinkles. Retin-A might help over the years. I believe it will actually. But if it was me, I'd just bite the bullet and get it done in one go. It'll be all over in a couple of months. You'll be all healed, and you won't have years and years and years. I know someone that had a chemical peel, and her skin looked like baby skin after it. So laser or chemical peel would be my choice. And I was going to look into it. because we're coming up to winter. It's something you wouldn't do in hot weather or summer. I have dry hair. I used to have fantastic hair. I loved my hair when I was younger, but it was always a little bit dry, but not like it is now, and that's probably due to thyroid condition. Yeah, I've used every product imaginable, and some help a little bit, but they're not going to fix the dry hair. I've taken things internally, I put things on, I use all sorts of products, but I do have dry hair. I have flyaway hair. I don't have that fantastic wash and wear hair. I wish I did, but I don't. I mean, all women have their favorite products. This one's Nth Degree. It's a serum, and I've used a lot of these. This is like an anti-frizz serum. I love this Nth Degree. I've used so many products. This one I love. And if I've used a lot of products and like one, you know it's a pretty good one. For a leave-in conditioner, I'm using Schwarzkopf at the moment, and I put this in when my hair is wet, and then I wrap it up and leave it in there for a while, and I also use it when my hair is dry. My favorite leave-in conditioner is Redken Anti-Snap. Anti-Snap Redken. Love it for a leave-in conditioner. Yeah, I've tried it all. Yes, the coconut oil. I've done the coconut oil. Be careful not to get in your eyes like I did. Wow, that really burns. And despite what you might have heard, and you might disagree with me with this, and go ahead, but do a Google on it. Leaving your hair to dry naturally without any blow drying whatsoever doesn't make it less dry at all. In fact, it can make it more dry. Water is the thing that makes your hair more dry. It opens up the cuticles. So you can Google that if you want to, but leaving your hair to dry naturally, which I used to do, in fact, you're better off using a dryer to dry it on low heat, not high heat. So what else is happening? Well, that's the face, and that's, oh yeah, turkey neck's happening, wrinkles around the neck. Honestly, it's a rare woman over 60 that has a tight neck. It's incredibly rare. It's depending on the shape of our face, genetics, you name it, all plays into it. That's happening. I've got the tuck shop arms, we call them here. I think you call them bingo arms in the States. I've had those for a really long time because I have muscle weakness and I can't do arm weights, which I'd love to do, but I just can't. Maybe soon I'll be able to use them again. Crepey skin, particularly here on the arms, gets really nasty wrinkles. Probably going to have to give up the strappy dresses. I've decided next summer might not be wearing my beloved strappy dresses because I'm aging. I'm aging. And well, cellulite, yes, cellulite, roll on the tummy, absolutely. I mean, might look too bad right now, might not, wouldn't take much. There's no shapewear under this, mind you, but wouldn't take much. A meal and this might be out here. So get the bloat, got the roll on the tummy. My point is, no matter what you're shown or told or what you think you're seeing, because you know, appearances can be deceiving, there are freaks of nature. There are some women that are just remarkable for their age. They have incredible bodies and beautiful skin and hair, and they are incredible. There are women like that. Still, having said that, without any surgery, I don't believe there's any woman over 60 that does not have one wrinkle or any gravity happening where her face is dropping or she's losing fat in her face, unless she's had work done. As I said, any woman with no work done, no fillers, no surgery, even some fillers, they can't fix everything with fillers. They do help a lot, but they can't fix everything. It all depends, as I said, genetics, the shape of your face, what you've done in your life, your health condition, whether you've smoked, whether you've sunbathed. I want you to get real because I really don't want you to be looking at, like you do in magazines, you know, the airbrush photos in magazines, the Photoshop photos in magazines, and thinking that you can achieve that look if you buy that product. Oh, please, we're all too smart for that. Well, that goes across the board, not just magazines, that's everywhere. There is no cream you're going to put on your face that's going to make you look 5 years younger or 10 years younger. It's just not going to happen. And makeup is beneficial in the sense that it does make us look more youthful, more attractive. But I still think less is more. I'm a less is more makeup person. I've always only preferred natural makeup. I think you have to be a little bit careful of getting too heavy with makeup. It brightens your face, and I think it can make you look more youthful. And hair, once again, how you wear your hair and how you dress. I dress for my body shape. I know my body shape very well, and I dress for my body shape. That helps us look more attractive. That's one of the key things to looking more youthful and more attractive. The other thing I think is injecting occasionally some modern pieces into our wardrobe, keeping up basically, not looking too matronly, not looking too conservative, not looking too young, not wearing your daughter's clothes, although there might be bits and pieces you could incorporate. And there's always great debate about hair. Should we leave our hair long? Should we all cut it off shorter? It depends on the woman, it depends on the style, it depends on her dress style, it depends on how she wears her hair. There's so much in there. For some women, yes, long hair dragging them down without any style whatsoever, I think can be a little bit aging. But you would have to get the right haircut, because I've seen some atrocious short haircut. So ladies, it really doesn't matter if you're slim, if you're average weight, if you're carrying extra weight, if you're plus size, you can still look stylish and you can still look youthful. And yes, a smile goes a long way, confidence goes a long way, attitude goes a long way. We keep hearing this, but it is so true. We're given what we're given. But that's okay, that's okay. We can work with what we've got. Of course, when you dress better, for most of us, we feel better, and that does give us some confidence. But you don't have to be perfect, because I'm telling you, nobody over 60 is perfect. Some are doing a lot better than others. Like I said, genetics and all the other factors come into play. Some of us have to take medication and it might make us gain weight. Some of us have health conditions like I do, where I've got loss of muscle capacity and it's made me very flabby and very loose, and I don't like it, and I'd like to be bumping weights, but I just can't at the moment. I might not be able to. I haven't been able to. So there's lots of different reasons. Still, we can't compare ourselves with women that we see that are gorgeous, and there really are some incredibly stunning women everywhere, YouTube everywhere. But keep in mind, sometimes they've had a little bit of help. They've had a bit of help, and some are honest about this, really honest, and I do applaud them for being honest. So my message today was, let's get real. Let's get real. You're doing okay. You're doing okay. Don't stress about it. You're doing okay. Everybody ages. We all get older. Hey, that's a good thing, right? That's a good thing in itself. I never thought I would ever wear one piece on YouTube. I definitely will never wear bikinis. And that's not a never say never, that's a never. So enjoy it while you can, because it's a one-off. I didn't do it to show you, as I said, my swimwear. It was just to show you that, well, I'm 63. I got bits that wobble. I got wobbly bits. I've got cellulite. I know there's women more toned and taut than I am for my age. I know they are. But they've probably been more muscular builds all their life. That's never been my body shape. There's always those exceptions. I call them freaks of nature. There are some women that their bodies are incredible for their age, just incredible. I'm not one of them. I'm not. And most of us aren't. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a little bit different, but it was something I really wanted to chat to you about today. Okay, look, we'd all change bits and pieces if we could. If we could and it wasn't painful and it wasn't too expensive, most of us would change bits and pieces if we could. But let's learn to love ourselves just like we are.